What is going on, guys? DBG, and today we are going to be reacting to Ty's video where he went over the squad that he would use if 250k was today. His best team, because obviously we did record the tier list and that was kind of something combined when we came up with it and we came to an agreement. I want to see what his personal opinion is and we are going to react to it. See how much it differs from current gen to next gen. So before we get on to it, obviously, lads, subscribe to Ty. He's just hit 70.1k. So go sub to him. And also, lads, if you guys could subscribe to this channel, it'd be greatly appreciated. Lads, we've lost like 60 subs in the last hour. Probably all English fans. Definitely all England fans. But I regret nothing. I regret nothing. So if we can get somehow manage to get 50 subs out of this video and make up for the 50 subs lost, which I'm completely fine with. By the way, I no regrets on the Italy video. Let's see the like to dislike ratio on that one, actually. How bad is it right now? How bad is it right now? So let's just go DBG. Let's see how bad the like to dislike is. Okay, it's actually probably the worst in a long time. Let's read some of these comments. This man is living back to revolting as the Brits back to our... Okay. It's coming, Rome. Congrats from an England fan, but pain. I mean, it's not really congrats to me. I'm just cheering against England. I'm just a heads up. I have nothing. It's nothing that deep against English people. It's obviously like we're Irish. Like, you're going to cheer against them. And then, in fairness, after seeing the way the fans have acted after the fact, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Why is everyone rooting against England? Open a history book. You're a P word. Okay, there's not too much bad ones. You wish the two countries would be more friendly, England and Ireland. Open a history book. Open a history book. Let's have a look here. You know what? It's not too bad. The comments got pretty bad. I think most of them probably got flagged. Currently unsubbing, whatever. Praying for Sterling, yeah. Praying for all those guys on the team, especially those that missed penalties. Especially. Imagine being this obsessed with England, man. Imagine being obsessed enough with Ireland that you don't let us that England didn't let us speak our own language. Like, it should be like Obviously Conchas Gaelga. Oh, Nilain Nismo no Cook Fuin Gay Dini in air and Obviously Conchas Gaelga. Okay, we've looked through those comments, but if you guys could sub to make up for that, that'd be greatly appreciated. But anyway, let's get on to this.
What is good, yo? It's your boy Ty, back here with another video, and in this video today we are going to be building the best squad in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. If the $250,000
current gen
MyTEAM tournament was today, what is the best squad, or what is the squad that I would be the most comfortable going?
In fairness, 250k was on current gen, so he's right with that.
Some bias in this squad. This
of course.
is my personal squad.
Of course.
Is the best squad in general. This is the best squad for me. My $250,000 squad. So when you guys see who I have at the shooting guard positions, I want you guys to hear me out in full and don't just jump to conclusions. And also, if you are new to my channel and have not yet, please consider smashing that subscribe button as we are on the road to now 80,000 subscribers. So we're going to start off with the point guard position. I'm just going to plug in a guy
that's
who is
mad
hard to argue against.
No, it's very he's hard to argue for. Like AK, like Hito Turkoglu for me, for 80 to 90% of people is going to be better than Ben Simmons, in my opinion.
In the dark matter, Ben Simmons. Now I know you guys might argue, well, Ty, he came out a long time ago. Ty, we got new cards in the game, and absolutely, we've got every new point guard you could have asked for in the game. But when it comes to a guy that can get it done on both,
it's just comfortability. You're just more comfortable with him.
Ben Simmons does it nearly better than anybody else. He just does. Whatever you ask out of Ben Simmons, he can give you and I'm a big fan of the card. 610 release-wise, one of the more easy releases two-time in the game. Now, is it base 98? Is it the D-Wade type base? No, but it's serviceable enough.
But like Hito Turkoglu does have base 98.
It's an easy enough release to time. Other than that, obviously attacking the rim is going to be incredible, and the defense, he's going to do it all. He's been around for a while. And again, a lot of this is comfortability, and I'm very comfortable having my starting point
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. It is comfortability.
We are going to plug in my favorite shooting guard in the game, in Cam the Man Reddish. Now,
explain to me how he's better than Paul George. He's just not.
Hear me out. If you watch my No Money Spend Squad series, you know I do not miss with this card.
It's a weird. I never understood this with Ty. How he's always been so low on Paul George but so high on Cam Reddish. They're the same card, except Paul George is just better.
When it comes to just greening releases, it's green nearly every single time with Cam Reddish. 6'8", 7-foot wingspan. And there's just not anything the card can do. Now, stat-wise, badge-wise, is he a top 10 card in the game? No. But it's just the way he moves, the way he feels. He's got that it factor, right? He really got the it factor where...
I never understood.
There's something intangible about...
I never understood the Cam Reddish over Paul George argument. I never understood it.
Card that does something different, right? If somebody has an it factor, you can't really explain it. When he's on the court, I can't really explain it, right? Because stat-wise and badge-wise, he's not a top 2 shooting guard in the game. But animation, SIGs, just the way he feels, and his impact on the court puts him up there. Cam Reddish, a free card coming in as my starting shooting guard if the $250,000 tournament was today. Small forward-wise, we're going to plug in the invincible Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, if you guys want to argue that the point guard Giannis should be my backup point guard, that's fine. But then you'd have to switch this whole thing around. And I like Giannis at the 3 here because you're not going to have to do much with it. You're just going to have to...
I'd have AK and Hito in as your 1-2.
With the invincible Giannis,
even on current gen.
In the catch and shoot specific situations, it's not the hardest thing to do. It's going to be easy enough to time, easy enough to green. Other than that, obviously, defensively, he's Giannis. 7'4" wingspan is just absolutely ridiculous. We'll see if Giannis can get the job done tonight. But trust me when I tell you guys that this
that game's starting in 10 minutes.
Card is very solid. And I do think Giannis on very quick, on current gen at least, is better. It's a lot better at the small forward position, because that way you don't have to shoot with it off the dribble, which is nearly impossible to green with. So obviously you got invincible Giannis on one end, who's 500K. Then we got a free Cam Reddish on the other end. So if that doesn't tell you enough about how this squad is shaping up, we got the best of both.
Surely Bobo or Yao and Taco
at the starting power forward.
Yeah. You're right.
You'd be wrong. Okay, you'd be wrong. So if you're
wait a minute.
Why are you only running it?
You don't have Bowl in your starting lineup. That's a bold move. It's a bold move.
Shooting guard, there's guys that are 6'10" or above that you could easily run. Well, it's fine. When I got a 7'6" power forward in Yao Ming, who I can do it all with, right? He's a card that can legitimately do it all. Would I run my offense through my Yao Ming? Yeah, absolutely. If 250K was today, Yao Ming would lead my team in points. Would probably lead my team in assists as well. He is that good. He's got hot spots forever. Base 8 is not that hard of a release to get used to and green with.
It's not base 8. It's set shot 8. And you've slated set shot 8 non-stop with Boogie. It's the same base.
If you used the Yao last year, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not the best release, but it's easy enough to get used to. And yeah, if you don't think I'm cheesy,
it's a fine release.
7 foot is 6 power forward.
Oh yeah, no brainer.
You'd be wrong.
He's probably gonna start Reem, is he?
July, and it is
probably gonna start Reem.
Yao Ming to be ran at the power forward position. Yes, you have to be kind of rich MT wise to get the card, but he is absolutely elite at center.
Oh, Taco.
Why not pair him with his front court mate in Taco Fall? I plugged the wrong Taco in at first. We got invincible Giannis, invincible Yao, and invincible
he is a cheese ball. Imagine if there was 250.
Now this.
Imagine if there was 250 now.
Starting lineup you can make. I'm balanced.
Yeah, I would probably, if I was to make my lineup, I would have probably like Braun in instead of Reddish. I would probably have, I'd probably have this Giannis and I'd probably have Hito at point guard. But these guys belong. Definitely. These guys are best 4 and 5 in the game.
With my bench, and I'll go over that when I get there. But yeah, this starting lineup is one that I would be comfortable running. For Taco, with
just cheesy.
Squad, you don't have to do that much with it. Taco, with his lack of hot spots, it's kind of a good thing if you don't have to, run your complete offense through him. Yes, he is still going to be a cheese ball attacking the rim. Yes, he's probably going to be your second leading scorer. But at least with Yao Ming on the court, you don't have to necessarily run your entire offense through Taco Fall. He can grab rebounds And it's a
7, 6, 7,
right?
5.
Imagine somebody's like, oh, let me try to run a 6'9" power forward. Okay, you run that 6'9" power forward. Who is he guarding? Yao Ming and Taco Fall. That's my question for you. But this starting lineup is not only one of the most.
Thank God 250 is not happening now.
It's one you can have a lot of success with. So then moving on to our bench. The backup point guard. Let's talk about things. Because it came down to two guys for me. The two guys it came down to were obviously the guy I plugged in here, Andre Kirilenko and Hedo Turkoglu. Now, if you guys
I play Hedo with the 3.
That Hedo Turkoglu is better than Andre Kirilenko.
I think he does a bit better. He does better on next gen. No brainer.
Absolutely can. But to me, it's that it factor. Defensively, Andre Kirilenko.
I prefer Hedo, but it's preference. It's preference.
I'm not sure Hedo Turkoglu does. Now, again, I've not
Hedo's cheaper.
The game that much.
He does like 120.
Turkoglu has came out. I've been in some settings and I've seen Hedo ran. I know he's cheesy. I know offensively Hedo's the better player. But as just far as an overall card, I think the slight edge still goes to Andre Kirilenko. At the backup shooting guard position, hear me out on this one. PG.
I'm fine with that.
13. This is Paul George from the Indiana Pacers, so he is number.
If you've I'm perfectly fine with that. If you got Reddish starting, yeah, Paul George has to be your backup. Paul George is better Reddish.
I've disliked every single Paul George card that we have seen this year. Every single one outside of this one. I guess I used the Diamond PG. He was solid.
I mean, the Dark Matter, the other one's the same.
Paul George has constantly sold me in 2Ks ever since 2K19. And it took me all the way up until this Invincible card to kind of get over that. And I'm over it. Because this Paul George is basically the same as Cam Reddish. Now, do I think he's better than Cam? I don't know. Cam just does something different. Although they are basically the same card, Paul George is just a little bit better. I don't know. There's something about Paul George, this Invincible card, that's different. I love him.
It's the same as the other Opal or Dark Matter.
Can hold it down on defense. Something different about the Paul George base on Very Quick that I just am a massive, massive, massive fan of. Cam Reddish really opened my eyes to giving Paul George another chance.
Maybe the other one only has it on Quick.
Another chance is all it took.
I thought the other one had it on Very Quick.
Paul George as my backup too. At the 3, when I said I didn't want to,
build
my starters up too bad, I wanted to balance it out a little bit. This is what I mean. Is Bol better than Giannis Antetokounmpo? Yes, and there's no questions asked. But if you want to balance things out, I like having Bol at that backup 3 because you already got Yao and Taco in the front court, who is.
Once you gonna have Reem and Shaq.
So I kind of want to balance
Reem and Bill
a little bit, moving Bol to my bench. Now Bol would probably be my leading scorer in my bench. You got AK, who I don't want to call him a cone, but he's not necessarily that primary ball handler. Paul George isn't either. But if you want to run Paul George at the 1, AK at the 2, you can switch those guys around also. But for me, Bol is a card that he's on the bench to get a bucket. That's really what he's there for. On this my starting lineup, Bol would not do as much, so that's why I do have him coming off the bench. But yeah, Bol adding 7'2" frame just with the bench unit is a perfect addition right here. If you don't add Bol to your squad, what are you doing? Like, we're in July, and if you're trying to build the best squad in the game, you need that.
I was about to say, what are you doing? Like, you guys saw, I have 800 MT.
Bol guard.
I have 800 MT right now.
We're going to plug in a guy similar to Paul George.
I like it. I'm shocked that he's saying this. I'm shocked he's saying this because I love James Wiseman. I'm shocked he's putting Wiseman in this lineup because he hated the Galaxy Opal Wiseman. I love the Opal Wiseman. I love this Wiseman. I'm shocked. I like it. I do like that.
Wiseman. I legitimately never thought I would like this James.
I like it. I think they're both great.
But I did not like the Galaxy Opal James.
He was great.
And it was probably just me being biased. When I used the card, I didn't have success with him, so I just counted him out. When in reality, I should have given him more of a chance because this James Wiseman card is very solid, very elite on both ends of the court. And when it comes down to it, he's a card you can trust. You can trust him to knock down open shots. He's 7'1", defensively one of the better players in all of 2K. He's a guy you can trust. And I think if you're playing for that amount of money, the 250K squad, or if you're just trying to build the best squad possible, at the power forward position, he's kind of going to hold it down similar to Giannis does in my starting unit. He's going to stand there, play defense, and knock down open shots, and occasionally he can create his own. Last but certainly not least, as far as the top 10.
Reem is not a next gen player. He's a fully current gen player. Reem is fully current gen. He sucks on next gen. Like in comparison to like Taco, Shaq, Yao, and Wiseman, he sucks. But he's obviously good.
he is a top 3 center power forward in the game. He is.
Only on current gen. Only on current gen. Only on current gen.
Even with the other Dark Matter Reem that had no hotspots, people loved that card. This Cream kind of flies a little under the radar, and deservedly so when we got guys like Yao Ming and Taco Fall. But I'm telling you guys,
I'd go Shaq there. I'd go Shaq there.
He can create his own shot a little bit. He can do a lot on the
Gallo Shaq's a beast
for you. So if you have Kareem, if he's your favorite center, I don't blame you. If you don't want to run Kareem because you got Yao and Taco at your centers, you want a guy like Bill Russell as well, I can't blame you in that either. So there's just a lot of different options that you can go with as far as creating this team. And you guys are going to see with the last 3 cards I plugged in here exactly what I mean. So, and with my 11th spot, I am going to plug in Hedo Turkoglu. I kind of touched on Hedo in this video, talking about how high I am on Hedo.
He's basically a preference with him and AK.
He can do a lot for you, and I think he fits a perfect year.
For me, I would have Hedo starting to 3, just to keep a base 98 player in your starting lineup on bench. I would probably start Hedo at the 3 instead of Giannis. Like, Hedo, in my opinion, Hedo's... Like, I rate Hedo probably higher than most people, but I'd have both Hedo and Andre Kirilenko over Ben Simmons and Giannis, to be honest.
Here he plays a perfect role, right? Even if you want a point guard to get a bucket, he's the guy I'm leaning to, so that's why I would definitely add him to this lineup. The next guy I'm going to add is Kawhi Leonard.
That's fair.
I might not be as high on Kawhi Leonard anymore because of Cam Reddish and Paul George.
I'm shocked he put Cam over Kawhi.
I'm
shocked he put Cam over Kawhi.
In the game, he's probably top 5, no doubt about it.
I'm shocked. I'm actually shocked.
And he's a guy that has that it factor. He's a card that when he's on the court,
Shaq.
I know I can rely on him not only to green shots, but have that unique defensive stance and just to get the job done. Plain and simple. Last but certainly not least, we are going to plug in the big
Shaq.
Player build on current gen is something that you can't overlook. Yes, the guy.
You know what? I don't like. There are a lot of guys you could argue to put in. Like, first of all, for me, I wouldn't put Ben Simmons in there. I think he's a tiny bit outdated. I definitely wouldn't have Cam Reddish or Paul George, but I mean, if you like one, if one of them's in your team, you probably should have both of them. I prefer Kawhi to both of them, but I would personally again go with like I would go with a different lineup. I would probably have like AK, or I'd probably have Hedo at the 3 with the starting lineup. Shaq would be in instead of Reem. So I think who else there is that I'd run to 2. I would consider running T-Mac. For me, I'd rather have T-Mac than Cam Reddish or Paul George. Either the new T-Mac or the invincible T-Mac. I would rather, depending on gen, I would rather run T-Mac, but again, that's just personal preference. That is just personal preference. But overall, like, these guys, this is a god squad on no matter what gen, and this squad can compete with anyone no matter what gen. It doesn't really matter. The only player that's really just current gen made is Kareem. Everyone else is good on both gens. So yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. Go sub to Ty, link will be in the description. And lads, try to get me back to 262,900 subs. We were at 262,890. Or sorry, we're at 262,901. And now we're at 262,846. So yeah, if you guys could help me get back above that, that would be greatly appreciated. So that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.